Hello and welcome to Car Firm. Today we're out on a virtual test drive with our Ford Transit Custom, and it's a 2018 model, and I've been driving it for a little while now. Really nice van to drive around in, quite comfortable as well, and the setup in the back is really impressive. Now, steering wheel wise, there's no shaking, juddering or any tracking balancing issues that you can feel through the steering. And nice dead straight steering wheel, responsive, gives you good feedback, and really light to use as well. In terms of the gearbox on this, is a 6-speed manual gearbox, and it goes in and out of every gear with no problem whatsoever. The gear change is actually really quite smooth. The clutch itself, I wouldn't necessarily say it's too light or too heavy, it just feels bang on perfect in the middle, and does exactly what it's supposed to do. Now, in terms of the suspension, there's no knocks or bangs or any unusual noises. Deals with all the bumps and everything on the road really quite well, and like I said, generally a nice comfortable drive. And the brakes work well too. Got nice firm brakes on this van. Then there's no shaking, juddering or anything you can feel through the brakes either, even at higher or lower speeds. Now, for example, from 70 miles an hour, I'm going to slightly go on the brakes. This is where you would really notice if there was any issues with your pads or your discs, and they will start doing the judder, and going on a bit harder now to slow it right down, and the brakes work absolutely spot on. Now let's talk about performance side of things. So this van is actually restricted to 70 miles an hour, and a lot of companies prefer this simply because it just avoids the unnecessary headache and paperwork that comes with all the speeding fines and everything, and just generally safer too. Now, how does the van perform though? So you've got plenty of torque, so even on if you're pulling away from roundabouts, joining dual carriageways, motorways or anything like that, you won't struggle, because like I said, you've got plenty of torque and it's able to pull away really well considering the size of the vehicle. And as a matter of fact, we are going to be joining the A1 very shortly, and that will be the perfect demonstration to show you just how well this can pick up speed. So from here, I'm going to keep it in third gear just to make it a little bit more challenging. 35 miles an hour, and that third gear is almost taking us to 60 miles an hour anyway, into fourth. Let's go into fifth as well. And sixth. And that's just taking us to 67 miles an hour, and now 70 miles an hour. There we go. So as you can see, you've got plenty of power, because the third gear alone took us nearly to 60 miles an hour, and from there I'll shift in early to give it a bit more of a challenge. So it's got to use that extra torque to really pick up some speed, and it doesn't disappoint. It performs well every single time, and it's an absolutely spot on vehicle. If you're interested in it, head over to our website carfirm.co.uk, where